Are you guys coming down here for the meetup?
I don't know.
I'm afraid to get sick.
Because Leo said Eileen was coming.
Yeah,
She is.
well, because Eileen's going down to shoot it before you buy,
I see.
so she'll already be down there. I've got to go take care of the dogs and go home, and then we'll see. I don't want to push it too much and get myself sick again.
Right, right.
But we'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Okay. Well, Ayaz?
I'm afraid to go. I'm gonna get sick again. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
Padre SJ kind of summed it up
Look,
perfectly. Padre SJ just wrote in the chat room, I just got over my CES sickness. I'm not looking for a Macworld flu.
That's the same thing. Like I just got over being sick like 2 days ago, and even now I'm still losing my voice. So,
And then Web3761 said exactly what Eileen said to me when she left. You have a whole week to get well.
yeah, be sick on vacation.
Because
That's
I'll
a
be
great
gone
idea.
next week.
Yeah, you do not want to feel anything but tip-top when you fly out to
then
Hawaii.
again,
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I'll be able to hang out for an hour. Hopefully everybody will come on time. But I actually have to run because I'm doing an interview with a podcaster, Tom, who actually has interviewed you before, or so she says.
Who?
Nocilla podcast.
Oh, Allison. Tell Allison I said
Allison.
hello. She's
I will.
awesome. The Nozilla cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think she's actually just a couple little plastic rims down from me.
Allison's
because we're texting
great.
each other right now and trying to figure out where I think she's like, she might even be able to hear me. So, yes, we're going to chat about, I don't know, geeky tech stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Then I got to head over to the hotel. So, I will see you guys earlier than usual for breakfast. Are we still doing that tomorrow?
Yes, 10
Oh, yeah,
a.m.
Right.
See you
Okay.
guys. See you guys at the Hallie's Diner.
Thanks for the reminder.
And tell Allison I said hello. She's the one who brought me the drink in the hotel room when I was doing tech
yeah.
news today from Florida.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was like last March, almost a year ago now. So
Yeah.
all right.
All right,
See ya.
cool. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Although if they're gonna go to the meetup anyway, they're gonna bring back germs. It's like, what's the difference?
All right, she's gonna be here tomorrow.
Yeah. So between Sarah and Leo,
Well, to me, it's not so much about being exposed to germs because I think I think people grossly overestimate how dangerous that is. You really can't protect yourself from germs; they're everywhere.
Right, you're gonna get it anyway.
However, I think about it more from the kind of exertion point of view.
Yeah.
Rest versus. Blah, blah,
because it takes like 40 minutes to get out there from here, for me.
Yeah.
And then to be there for like an hour or two, another 40 minutes.
I don't know.
It's
Are we streaming the meetup? I don't know if we are.
People have been asking that. I don't really think there's
I
any
don't think
plans
we
to do that.
are.
I don't think the live view is going to be there or anything like that.
It's not. It won't be there anymore.
I don't believe that they're going to be using it at the meetup.
Oh, well, it'll be there.
Because I
though.
think,
Or they might. They
might
might
just be in
bring
the
it
car.
back. I don't know.
oh, I shouldn't say that.
I'm just saying it's been down there, so they
Oh,
could.
right.
It would
I
be
guess
very
they could if they
easy
wanted to.
if you had someone to operate it. I just don't know if they are.
Don't go IS hang with Tom. Why?
Hang together or we'll hang separately.
Yeah, I used to get sick a lot as a kid. That's one of the reasons I'm so like this.
Yeah, there's a full evening of programming on the schedule, so we're definitely not streaming it on TWiT.
So Kiki's coming up at 4, right?
She is?
Doesn't she? On Thursdays?
Well, she's doing her show at 4. Is she coming up?
Oh, I don't know.
She doesn't always come up.
What I meant coming up as in...
Coming up on the schedule.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
sorry. I thought you meant coming
No,
up
you're-
to the
you're-
studio.
you think geographically.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
you're
yeah.
correct.
I'd like to see Tom and Ayaz do a road trip across the country.
Okay. Are you sponsoring it?
Yeah.
It'll just be on the side of the car.
you
Web
know what I'm saying.
3761.
Yeah.
By Wyoming, they killed each other.
And then, by Nebraska, they were friends again. But dead.
But zombies.
But zombies.
And the highest rated zombie road trip movie ever. Is there one of those? There must be.
People who think you get a cold by getting physically cold irritate me. If you go out without a coat, you'll catch a cold. Yeah, Darth Galt. That's another one of those things where there's a very slight percentage of truth to the fact that if you get cold, then your immune system is lowered by the level of physical strain you're under. Anytime you're under physical strain, your immune system is a little lower. But it's not the cold that causes you to get the cold. I know what you're talking about. That's so annoying.
Somebody just said they
And
want
it's grossly exaggerated again.
somebody wants to start a Kickstarter for the road trip. Okay, guys. Good luck with that.
Flu shots cause.
Well, no, Zombieland it is a road trip zombie movie, but it's not a road trip starring zombies. You know what I'm saying there? Red Links. You're correct, I think.
You need a zombies driving the car, is what you're saying.
Yeah, at least one.
It's hard for zombies to drive a car, though.
Why not?
Well, they're so easily distracted.
If you
They
watch
don't have good coordination.
This is true.
Not the reaction time is very slow.
Well, they could take a bus. It's a road trip movie still.
Yeah, as long as they don't eat the driver.
Zombies on a bus, I guess.
Driver has to be like kind of walled off so they can't get at him.
Okay, so so they're on a prison bus.
Okay. Maybe that'll work.
And they want to go out and see things because they walk so slowly. The car is the best way to go, but they can't drive, as you said.
How do you get them back on the bus? So easy. Again,
You throw some brains on there. You lure him in,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
But this is assuming. Well,
So you got your driver who's in a compartment. The compartment has to have self-contained bathroom, etc.
Yep.
So that they can't get at him. That's fairly easily solved. And then you have a compartment with a cooler, refrigerator with fresh brains, so that when you stop and let them off to sightsee, when it's ready for them to come back, you just drop down some brains. They come shambling back once everybody's on the bus eating the brains. Close the door. Off to the next destination.
That sounds more like the bus drivers taking zombies along. I'm wondering if the zombies could have motivation to want to be on the road trip. So maybe they don't need to be lured back in.
The zombies can decide where they're going to go. It's just to make sure everybody, like some of the zombies may come back on the bus alone, but there's always stragglers.
The promise
like
of brains.
in any bus trip, there's always stragglers. So to get everybody back.
Yeah, and they don't communicate very well. So to say, do you have your zombie buddy?
Right, exactly.
Doesn't really work. Okay, that could work. You ever watch Oz Zombies? It's on Netflix. It's from the. Okay, so it's these people are zombies, but they don't know it. So they're trying to communicate, but it's just coming out like that. But then they would flash to a different color palette, and then you could see them as normal. And they're like, "Why are people running away from us? Why is everyone moving so fast?" Is their point of view. It's actually
that's pretty good.
It's not that great a movie. It's a good concept, but it's on Netflix.
I want to know what destination zombies would be most interested in visiting on their bus trip.
I don't know. I mean, if they're doing the Route 66 thing, I guess it depends what they were interested in when they were alive, right? So if they were oddity specialists and they want to see the largest ball of twine or the biggest toilet or something,
I don't know.
When they
I
continue
think
that-
they'd have different tastes as zombies
why would you say that?
because they're zombies.
Different tastes of zombies, so they would want to see.
It's not like they're just people with sloughed off flesh. They're they're different now.
But we're still presupposing they have the motivation to want to go on a road trip.
Well, right, yeah.
So then why would they lose the motivation to see certain things?
There might be some things that are the same, but I think things would significantly change.
Okay, so the brain is
think
altered.
about the diet, simply the diet change alone.
Okay, so
right?
they might want to visit.
You're not that interested in a hamburger stand anymore, unless it's raw hamburgers, maybe.
Well,
So
the hamburger stands could have people there, so you could use
you're
them.
interested in the people at the hamburger stand.
Right. So they're still convenient.
Well, what are the best restaurants to eat people at?
That's
Steakhouse.
interesting. Steakhouse, you think?
Big fat people.
They don't move very fast.
Juicy.
Actually,
out of shape.
maybe fast food places then. You could have big fat people there.
Yeah. A lot
Right
of fat.
there.
I'm thinking steakhouse is just a slight cut above.
You know what, though?
Fast food's like, we really need to stop. I'm hungry for brains. We'll hit the McDonald's because it's good enough. But if I want like prime cut, we need a steakhouse.
Possibly. I'm just trying to figure out. It's being suggested they visit slaughterhouses. I don't know, across America. Do they want to? It's just easier that way. I would think they would actually hit truck stops.
Well, and also, are they taking a trip in a fully populated country or a zombie apocalypse devastated country? Because that's going to make a difference too.
Well, let's see. I'm going to say, assuming they somehow communicated with the bus driver, it's not an apocalypse because there's a bus driver, right? Unless they're holding him
I was going to say
captive.
maybe they've convinced him somehow. They've maneuvered.
They
him.
communicated effectively to the point they go, "We will eat your brains."
Well,
unless...
you're presupposing a subtle level of motivation, so I don't think it's a big leap to go to a subtle level of communication.
Oh no, but I don't. I'm not even saying subtle. I'm saying they could draw a picture or hurt people in front of this guy until he's motivated enough to go.
I think that's possible.
I don't believe there's a staff meeting today,
No, there's not, because everybody's at Macworld.
unless they're having it there.
So I think it's apocalyptic.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so they're looking for.
but so if it's apocalyptic, have the zombies that are
The
still
places to eat are going to be things like hospitals, prisons, places that folks would have a harder time getting out of, so they can go eat.
Well, if there's no apocalypse, I would hope they would go for like hotels where people are sleeping, truck stops where people sleep, that kind of stuff, because they're
Right, but
just
a lot of
sitting
that's
targets.
just going to be emptied because
Well,
people
again-
wake up when the apocalypse happens. So
I'm saying if there's no apocalypse,
I'm just saying a lot of that's just been eaten. I'm thinking apocalypse is better.
Then see, the thing is, then you lose the infrastructure of society.
No,
And
the infrastructure's there. You lose the people.
well, what I mean of like, okay, people are going to a stadium. That would be more fun if there were still people going to a
I think
stadium.
it's too easy, though.
That would be a great scene.
I don't know. Maybe a stadium where everyone gathered to because it's an apocalypse.
Like after
Like
Katrina.
Katrina, yeah.
Okay. So there's a big. Oh, so like it's like the
You know
reverse
what?
of
You know how
Walking
they,
Dead.
You know how they always have those wildlife parks?
Yeah.
You know, like with the African. That's obvious place for them to stop because then they can go eat zebras and giraffes and stuff.
Well, it seems like it's their last option though. They usually go for
No,
people
it's
first.
like exotic food, right? It's like, oh, we've been eating fat steak eaters, you know, or hospital patients this whole trip. Let's Buena Vista, animal park. Let's stop there. I want to eat a giraffe brain.
But won't they be dead already? The giraffes, because nobody's feeding them.
Well, probably not. Some of them must still be around.
So they have to act fast. That's what you're saying. Before the infrastructure. So this should be just after the apocalypse.
This is just after the apocalypse.
Okay.
The zombies have done overthrowing society. Now
Okay.
they have time for a little tourism.
Yes, I think that could work.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your whole story. Make it a movie.
All right. Creative Commons. Public domain.
Yeah, feel free to make derivative works based on that.
Yeah. Go forth and zombify.
A zombie cruise. That's derivative. Definitely derivative. Congratulations.
That could be the sequel. They all, at the end of the bus trip, they all get on a boat.
Where are you going? Europe.
They start by eating all the passengers that were holed up there, but then they let the do the same thing with the captain they did with the bus driver, and then they have him take them.
So and then that sets up the sequel. European vacation.
Okay, then you can get your infrastructure because there was the zombie apocalypse in the country that they're in. Let's say it's the United States, but then they cruise to places where the zombie infection hasn't arrived yet.
So it's like, what is it, no reservations?
Yeah, so they go hit some islands. Yeah, exactly. The Anthony Bourdain zombie.
That'd be funny if there was. What if there was a zombie gourmet? That's the character, and he goes around and he just wants to travel and eat exotic people.
That's a great idea.
There you go. There should be a zombie no reservations. Is what I'm saying. And there's a film crew with him because he's talent.
The best brains are in the Vatican City.
In Vatican City, is that what you said?
Vatican City God.
And then he always has captions.
Yeah.
Because there's always one guy going like, okay, that's what he's saying.
The zombie gourmet.
Yeah.
Or you could just have him be like very erudite. But he's a zombie in all other ways.
He speaks really well.
It just happens to. It's a weird genetic, mutation.
He's like, he starts off, brains. I mean, brains are very good.
Right, he's clearing his throat.
It is a delicacy in certain places.
That's a
Monkey
old
brains
Princess Bride joke,
Mm-hmm. So actually, it's a pretty old joke in general.
Yeah, I'm sure they weren't the first, but they're definitely the most famous.
There's one in
Welcome to the pit of despair.
there's one in Spaceballs where Yoga's trying to read a script and he's like, and they go, oh, is that what it says? It's like, no, I'm just clearing my throat.
Yeah.
It says,
Brains in 30 Minutes with Rachel Ray.
see, why not more organs? Why just the brain? Oh, in the Zombies, there's one character he's really hungry, and he keeps trying to eat everything. He's like, this isn't the spot. I have a craving for something. So
I can't put my finger on it.
At some point, somebody gets like his head like just hit with an axe. Something falls out. And so the guy, being incredibly gross, grabs a piece of the brain and eats it and goes, this is fantastic.
That's it. That's what I've been looking for.
He goes, no, you got to try it. And his friends are like, no, I'm not going to try that. Because
Actually, I like the idea of zombie variants that are, like, I'm not a brain zombie. I'm a liver zombie.
yeah, there are other organs out there.
Livers.
It's like you find the alcoholics, you find the fatty livers. You find the fatty, it's like pate. Of
Pancreas.
humans. No, not pate. Was it foie gras? I can't even say that right. How do you say that?
Foie gras?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
You look for basically alcoholics, so fatty livers. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Kidneys.
Like me, I like the adrenal glands.
Duodenum. Very specific zombie. Only eats the duodenum. Spleens.
It's all about the gallbladder. You gotta get some gallbladder. It's got some great stuff. Adrenal
Not
zombies.
that I don't, Da Vinci Wonder. I don't want to meet the bladder
Wait,
zombies.
the
Yeah.
adrenal zombies actually would be like the speed addicts.
They're
like,
constantly
yes!
like hyped up.
They're the normal ones.
Mike.
Hey, Kiki.
Kiki has come to save you from our zombie talk.
Unless,
Oh, I can talk about zombies.
so she's not here to save us.
No.
She's here to
Let's talk
provide
about
more.
Zombies.
We've
yeah.
been talking about zombies for about 20 minutes now.
Oh man. Are you watching Walking Dead again? Is that where this comes from?
No.
I can't remember how this started, other than the road trip discussion.
Uh,
Right. 'Cause
Zombies
we would kill
on
each
the
other,
road.
and then we would continue.
someone
to-
suggested that Ayaz and I should take a road trip, and we
Yep.
said we would kill each other, but then we'd be friends again, but we'd be dead, and
so
we'd
it'd
be zombies.
Zombie road trip.
It would be zombies.
And then we discussed that there should be a zombie road trip movie,
Right.
not Zombieland.
And we decided that it would be
Right.
a bus trip where the driver is a normal human who's, walled off and safe in the driver's seat. But the zombies have convinced him to take them on a tour after the zombie apocalypse has happened, and now they have time for a little vacation.
There you go.
Kind of nice.
Yeah. And then we were trying to figure out, what are the places that they would go?
They go coast to coast, eventually go onto a cruise, go take off to Europe. And that's the sequel, of course.
Zombie European vacation.
Exactly.
Zombie European vacation, exactly. Zombies take London.
And then we wound up with a spin-off movie of a zombie gourmet that goes from town to town and places. It's basically zombie no reservations. And he eats exotic people's brains.
Yeah.
There you go.
Commenting on this one has a ode de kuru kuru.
Exactly.
Ooh, a thinker.
This one is great. This is really, really fatty. It's like an idiot's brain. You see, there's no folds in it at all. It's great.
Now, what you want are
got
the
a great-
taxi cab drivers because their hippocampuses are shaped differently.
You and your
The
triangulation stuff.
campuses
I
are
caught that.
massive. Dense.
Juicy
densely packed
cab driver
hippocampus.
hippocampus. Oh,
That's
there's
right.
nothing like it. London.
London taxi cab hippocampus burger.
A London hippocampus broil.
And it has nothing to do with hippopotamuses.
Nope. Don't
No,
eat those.
nothing. Don't even. Yeah, that stuff's toxic. Yeah.
I'll kill you.
If you mix that up, people have died because of that. What's that?
Don't
Well,
mix
died
it up.
again. Huh?
Don't cross the streams.
Yeah. They have to.
Are you talking about the hippopotamus college, where they have the hippocampus?
Yeah.
I liked it.
Okay, pop out IRC, be my friend.
She's on her way.
Don't have a flood.
Yeah, well, this is one of those
yeah,
new
yeah, no, it's
displays.
good. It's good.
One of those new displays where she can see through. Yeah, she did. Right here. Both Microsoft and Apple have patented that.
What?
What?
See everything.
Tony is being Tony.
Oh, Beatmaster, why do we have to be political? He's wanting to know our stand on zombie human marriage.
Well, it depends who's the majority, right?
Well, you don't have to get a divorce if someone you're married to becomes a zombie.
Well, so wait, your marriage is over when that
So-
person is dead. So there you go. So there's no marriage
You have an
anymore.
open marriage.
Then
Your
it's-
marriage is over.
And
is it over?
And, that's over. Yeah, it's
Because
supposed
they're
to be.
technically dead,
Yeah,
right?
Then
Yeah.
you have, I believe, laws against necrophilia, which means you can't.
It's true. You're right, Ayaz.
So then,
Well, but I mean, the question I'm trying to avoid is marriage between a living person and a living person?
So far, I believe yes, because you have to be able to say "I do."
And what about till death do us part?
I think we have to redefine a
Till
lot of
life
laws
do us
Till
part.
undeath do us part?
because
Till
zombies marry each other.
reanimation.
Sure.
I think there are definitely people in the chat room, Kiki, that can't wait for you to actually start your show.
Yes.
That's good.
There will be
That's
actual
good. I'm
vital
glad.
information in there.
We've set you up perfectly. They're going to love whatever you have. What do you have for us today?
We're talking about multiple sclerosis today. There's a woman, Angelique Cortals, a researcher at SUNY in New York, and she's come up with a new way of looking at inflammatory disease.
Ah,
These just diseases that cause problems. They're just like saying controversial things or
Yes,
inflammatory
exactly.
disease.
controversial
Well,
statements
that's it.
by
That-
all.
I feel like that we're going to have some big revelations in this area soon, and soon in the 10-year soon kind of platform. But
Yeah,
inflammatory disease, I think there's some implications for cancer. I think there's a lot of implications for depression.
Yep.
So that's a really fascinating area of research.
Somebody's asking if zombies can get MS. Do they have MS?
They have no brains.
They have no brains. We have Angelique.
Yes.
She's on the line.
Thankfully.
Answering questions
Like we can
related to zombies.
Leave the zombie talk. There was a question in the chat room. I was like, huh.
All right. Well, Kiki, we'll hand it over to you then. Have a great show.
Thank you. Have a great evening, you guys.
Bye-bye.
Turn off your guys' mics.
That's right. Turn off the mics. Turn off the zombie talk. Well, according to the show The Walking Dead, which is from the, I guess it's not a comic book. You don't call it a comic book. What do you call it these days? I'm totally blanking on it. Anyway, the comic book, The Walking Dead, the zombies, they do have a brain, but it's the majority of their brain has been shut down. All the cortical areas are dead, and the only areas that work are the very basic areas of the brain that can drive autonomic function.
Walking Dead's a graphic novel.
Graphic novel, thank you. That's what I was trying to, the words I was trying to remember.
Ayaz was on that.
I'm like, it's a comic book, but fatter. Oh. So I don't know. MS, they already have like they already have some very MS-like symptoms, spasmodic movements. And tear apart the neurophysiology of zombies.
Yeah, it's pretty good there. I just like the part where they eat the brain. So
Yes, yeah. I think
because
go ahead.
No, I think it'd be great to study zombies to see how many prions they get from eating
Right.
brains.
Exactly.
Let me put that to the NIH.
I'd like to study the zombie population.
For prions. Yeah.
To study prion transmission and infectivity.
I might have a chance. You never know.
Right, exactly.
All right.